Welcome back to another video here. I am Demar.
I am Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place where you come to get your best sports content, the very best on the internet.
Alright, so today we're doing another Manning Cup feature. And we're at the best school in Jamaica. We're on the right side of North Street. We're on the school founded in 1925. School known for its illustrious history across sports in Jamaica. Cricket, track and field, school challenge quiz, football, you name it, Kingston College does it. We're here at Kingston College today. What's your opinion?
Well, me personally, seeing that I'm an unbiased journalist, a person that is here just to do good work on sports.
Tell me a lot that I told you.
With no biases whatsoever, I'm here to cover a popular Manning Cup team. One of the favorites in fact. So at school touted to go far and even to win this Manning Cup. We're here today, we are going to conduct some interviews, we're going to see the players, talk to the coach, get a feel of what's here to come. Come with us guys while we cover Kingston College. Let's go.
Alright, so today we're here. This man needs no introduction.
Really?
He's a KC boy himself, you know, star coach, Mr. Ludlow Bernard. How are you feeling today, coach?
Feeling great, especially being within your company.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this upcoming Manning Cup season.
Mm-hmm.
What are your aspirations for this season? What are you looking forward to doing in the competition?
Kingston College always demands success. So clearly that's my mandate, to try and see if we can retrieve the trophy from up by Hope Road and get it back where it rightfully belongs and bring back some normalcy to the universe.
I like how you started in the coach.
Yeah.
I asked a couple of the players.
Yeah.
2019 we got knocked out. Well, I won't say we. I'll be professional right now.
Yeah.
KC got knocked out in the semi-finals to the champions. How do you feel about that loss? How did you take it?
It was a tough pill to swallow, you know, because we lost on a lottery, so to speak. It was a penalty shootout. You know, it could have gone either way. I mean, just a couple of days prior to that, we would have defeated them in the Champions Cup semi-final. So I guess they returned the favour, but we would have been very greedy and would have wanted everything as at that time. But this time around, we have an opportunity to really claim back what is rightfully ours.
One more interview guys with the Kingston College Manning Cup team. We're here with
Jemone Barclay.
Jemone Barclay, also the captain of the team.
Definitely one of the leaders, I was told.
Alright, which grade are you in?
I'm in upper six.
Upper 6, and how old are you?
18 years old.
Have you played in the Manning Cup before?
Yeah, I played 2019.
How was that campaign for you?
It was good. I was young in the team, so I had older players, you know, grooming me, teaching me certain things. So it was a good experience.
Right, KC was knocked out in the semi-finals of that competition. Was it hard taking that loss, or did you guys enjoy the experience nevertheless?
Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, and you can't really look at it as a loss, but a learning experience, you know. We lost to JC in the semi-final, and then we went on and we won the Champions Cup, so you have to give and take.
Rojae Taylor.
Rojae Taylor, which position you play ball?
Centre back.
Centre back, and how old are you?
15 years old.
15 years old. So you're here with a youngster?
Yeah, this is your first Manning Cup season?
Yes, sir.
But you've played Colts and Pepsi before?
Yes, sir.
And how were your performance in those competitions?
It was good.
Right. Alright, so I realized that your coach is grooming you to be one of the leaders in the team in a couple of years. How do you feel about that?
Well, it is a great feeling because I captain Colts and Pepsi the past few years, so it is good.
Demar McCarthy, central midfielder.
Right.
Alright, so central midfielder. How old are you?
I'm 19.
19 years old, so this is your final season of Manning Cup.
Yeah.
You played Manning Cup before?
Yeah, played as a part of the 2019 team.
Right, and what was that competition like for you guys? What was that year like?
Well, it was a rough year for me because it was my first year. Well, it was a first year for a lot of them, so it was new to a lot of us, so we never knew what to expect, but we did our best and luckily we came out with a trophy.
Right. Was it hard to take being knocked out in the semi-finals of that competition?
Yeah, cause we're not used to losing like this crop of players. We're winning from Pepsi, Colts, and to come out, to drop out in the Manning Cup, especially we haven't won it ourselves. So it was kind of hard. Yes, it was hard to take.
How would you say the pandemic? How would you say it has affected your guys' preparation for this season in particular?
Well, the preparation probably would have started from even the previous season. So no football, our preparation would have been shortened because as at that time some of the players would have used that episode of the competition to really gain some valuable experience in competing in the Manning Cup, you know. So I'd say that further restrictions, you know, subsequent to that period would also have restricted our ability to prepare, to have training sessions to the extent whereby, you know, we could properly prepare them for a competition such as this. The frequent disruptions hasn't made it any better, but I think we have tried to make the best of it. We have tried to be as intense as possible in our preparations, and so far I think, based on what I've been seeing, I think I can say that the boys are probably about 70% there, and hopefully during the course of the season we can get to the 100%.
Alright, awesome. So what are some personal expectations that you would have set for yourself going into this season?
It's good to have goals, but goals can also be viewed as limitations. So I don't want to set anything. Whatever happens, happens.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm still going to continue to push you about that. Like, as it relates to goals, you just mentioned that word goals, but I mean goals in the sense of on the pitch. What would you say is a successful season as it relates to scoring goals? Like, what is a baseline then? Since as you don't want to give yourself a ceiling or a limit, a baseline of goals and assists
That you must achieve this year to call it a successful season.
To win.
Winning is all you're looking forward to. And you think KC is in a position where they can win this year's Manning Cup?
Yes, any competition KC enters, we enter to win. We don't enter to just compete. So
describe yourself for me as a winger.
As a winger, aggressive, fast, skillful.
Right. Skillful. So do you cut in, get shots off, or do you get crosses in? Do you track back? What type of
program? Much I program. You know.
Or you get tackling one, a ball playing one.
A tackling like a number 8, box to box.
Box to box.
Yeah.
Right. Looking forward to seeing you in the Manning Cup.
When is it that you guys would have initiated your preparation for this particular season?
Well, we would have started physically in August, and of course, as I said, it would have been punctuated with the various curfews and restrictions, you know. But we managed to navigate through it, and when it touched down in about October, we got a little bit more freedom. So we increased the amount of days that we were able to prepare, and then coming into November now, we're trying to fine tune. During the time, of course, we would have tried and played a number of practice games, you know, so to try and see if we could regain that competitive edge for which they are so sadly lacking, you know. We have gotten some favourable results. Unfortunately, the last game we played, we lost, but it was to a good team away in the country against St. Elizabeth Technical, but that isn't in any way going to derail our program and our ambitions for this season.
Alright, coach, and still geared towards the preparation aspect of it. Generally, being two former Manning Cup players ourselves, we would have been accustomed to camping from May straight to September.
Yes.
Right? Was that a possibility for KC?
It was a possibility. I'd say it was a possibility in the months of August. We went somewhat in a couple of weeks.
We kind of knew that it was the company was going to play, because champs went on, and if champs went on, that means football would more than likely happen. So we kind of were prepared. We have that little advantage over some of the schools.
So you guys are here camping and preparing?
Yeah.
Okay, and when would you guys have started to play practice matches?
Well, about like in summer.
Alright, you've captained Kingston College at all levels, and hopefully in a few years you'll be captaining the Manning Cup team as well?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
So, what are your aspirations for this year? What are you looking forward to doing in the Manning Cup?
Looking to go forward and win the title, and just continue to put in the work and be myself.
So I know that you aren't the coach, but do you think you will be a starter in this team, or are you just here as a role player to learn from senior centre backs?
You gotta talk to the coach about that.
Gotta talk to the coach about that.
It's in September. But I think at some point in time, the cost of really engaging the camp really caught up with us. So we had to limit the time spent here and ask the boys to travel to come to training. So that would have reduced the amount of sessions we have on a daily basis to just a single session. That in itself would severely hamper what we're doing. You know, but of course we are not the only one in the situation, not saying that I'm watching anybody else. But I think we have managed to try and make the best of it, and the boys have been very cooperative and very attentive to the sessions over the time.
You mentioned that some of the favourites,
yes.
I would consider Casey a favourite.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned that some of the favourites have gained the unfair advantage, seeing that they would have been preparing outside of the protocol that was set by Islamic government. What is your response to some of those things?
I think that that is a situation that I think most schools are guilty of to some extent. I think what we did in the summer, in the months of August, if I may dare to say so, we had a camp here, so the boys did not go home. And I think we managed to fulfill quite a number of requirements. Being here, not going home for probably over a 3-4 weeks period. So that in itself would have assisted us in our preparation. We would have maintained protocol. The boys would not have been exposed to anybody, would not have been in contact with anybody. And as a matter of fact, I think in the month of probably late August or September, all the boys would have been, or 95% of the boys would have been vaccinated.
Oh, so you guys have been vaccinated even before the Easter Monday?
That's correct. Right, so we would have created our own little bubble right here. And of course, would have managed to fulfill a lot of the pandemic obligations.
So, Coach, before we go, right? What message would you send to other schools who would have been pushing the narrative that Kingston College might be one of those schools who would have been
we had no name calls,
gaining a so-called unfair advantage because the school might have been breaking the Ministry of Health protocol? What would be your message towards those schools who are spewing?
I'm not so sure that that allegation is in any way founded, because as I just expressed here a while ago, that we would have created a bubble situation here. We would have been in an environment which probably would have been allowed. As a matter of fact, for the local Premier League, that is something that was being proposed, but just due to cost, it didn't happen. I think that had it been a case where the boys had to come to training on a daily basis and leave from their respective homes and come here, that would have been violating and a lot more risk involved right there. But as I said, we created our own bubble, and we were able to have a controlled environment during the course of the time. And as soon as the government relaxed some of the measures, then it probably made it a little bit more feasible for us to travel.
All right, Coach. Well, we're glad we got to clear the air up, because we've been hearing it perpetually.
Yes.
The top schools, the favourites, have been breaking the rules, getting an unfair advantage. So it kind of made me wonder.
But it's not only the top schools; a lot of the unfavoured schools as well have been doing it.
Okay.
And I'm almost sure that the schools that are probably proposing these allegations, they are in the minority.
Understood. So you heard it here at Kingston College from the coach himself, Mr. Ludlow Bernard. He scored for Kingston College this year in 2021 Manning Cup season.
Yeah, man, and for sure, Coach, we'll definitely be doing a feature on this team again in the second round.
Definitely.
I'm sure that you guys will be soaring out of your zone, and thank you so much for accommodating us today, Coach.
Thanks for entertaining us. This and that. That's what it is?
Yeah, man.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, then.
All right, Coach.
Are you looking forward to winning the Manning Cup this year, or
Definitely.
you just want to enjoy the experience?
I'm looking forward to win everything, Manning Cup, the Oliver, and if the Champions Cup play, that as well.
Do what it takes to win.
Do what it takes to win.
We just try to get a profile, because you are one of the promising players.
Well, look out. Right, so that's it. Another interview from another standout player in Kingston College Manning Cup team.
This KC team, we will be back here again, because they will be in the second round.
For sure.
So we'll be back here doing a feature. Hopefully this baller has 15-20 goals and a couple of assists, and is leading his team all the way through to the final. So we'll see you again, baller.
Look out for it. He can win the title this year.
So the game will talk about that.
I like that.
Well, we see this guy has his Kingston College bravado.
Yes, guys. So we're done with this feature, Kingston College Manning Cup team. How you feel about that feature?
Same thing, different day. just love to interact with the boys, future Jamaican footballers, you know. Thanks to the coach, he was a great interview. You know, he was a great host. He made us feel very welcome and we learned a lot today, you know.
KC, the thing is, you know, bro, doing those interviews, KC players sound really, really confident. The coach too, you know, want to regain some normalcy to the universe. You know, winning Manning Cup and bring back the title down to North Street.
Imagine.
What do you think about that confidence, that KC confidence?
Well, I would say it's well founded because KC tend to perform very well, very consistently. So you can understand where this, I would say, lack of humility stems. However, the old people say, humble calf drink the most milk. What do you have to say about that?
I like it, bro. As a KC boy, I understand it. I know that these guys always want to win. I know, give them the mats. We now leave out the mats. We can't leave out the mats.
Every subscriber can get us 5 subscribers. Guys, do you know how many subscribers that would get us? Do the maths now, guys.
We still need somebody to do the maths in the comment section.
I haven't seen anybody put it in the comment section down below. So somebody please comment that maths for us because we know football but we're not really that bright. You get me, sir? So we can't do that maths. But still, thank you so much for joining us, guys, for coming to KC with us. Continue and come back. Anything to say to them, Rush?
That's it, bro. Nothing more to say. I'm just excited for this Manning Cup season and we'll be at the schools. Stay tuned.
Out.